you guys, so I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys, I'm going to be talking to the single mamas on this video because I am a single mom and I'm also a nurse. So I want to talk to you guys about the different job opportunities that you can work as a single mom that provides that flexibility and the high pay that you need to take care of your family. Okay, let's jump right to it. First, we're gonna talk about home health. Y'all, I had no idea that you could work. I never knew anything about home health. Actually, when I became an LPN, I just thought hospital and nursing home. That's it. But yes, as an LPN, you can work in home health. All right. So home health is just pretty much providing care in your patient's home. It depends on your setting. You have different home health settings where they do provide like in-house care in a facility, or you can just provide one-on-one care in that client's home. Okay, so we're gonna start with talking about the different types of home care you can go into as an LPN. Now, if you are interested in working with kids, then pediatric home care would be best for you. So the different types of home health, like I said before, if you're interested in working with children, pediatric home health may be the best option for you. And in pediatric home health, you pretty much care for medically fragile children. So that means like children who have different medical conditions that require a tracheostomy tube, GJ tube, G tube, just different, like, the medical part. They require more medical care. So if you're interested in working with pediatric children, that's what you will be doing. You will be making sure that they get their medications either by mouth, by tube, whatever their plan of care says. You will just follow the plan of care and tend to that patient. Some of them are school age, so you will also have the opportunity to go to school with them. You can either ride the bus with them or just meet them at the school. Whatever the parent, suggests for the nurse. I actually work in home health with the pediatric crew. So I go to school with my client when he's in school. I have rode the bus with him. However, the parent, I pretty much try to, follow what the parent, would like. I try to make her as comfortable as possible. So I kind of do things closely to what she would like, for her child, the type of care that she wants for me to provide her child. I try to stick to that. So that's pretty much it with the pediatrics. You'll do one-on-one patient care with them, follow the plan of care, and it will be more on the medical side of things. Versus with home care, you would, as an LPN, you would pretty much provide like just the basic patient care. It's something with the home care. The agencies that I've worked with, they're not allowed to like administer medications and different things that you would do when you're working with the home health agency. So you would just be providing like the feedings for the client, mostly by mouth, because the ones I work with, they don't have a G tube. If they do, they probably would have someone else like the hospital or someone else come in to provide that additional care for them. But you working with the home care agency, you will be like providing the baths, cooking, cleaning, dressing. You may take them to their doctor's appointments. You'll be doing things like that. Now, some home care agencies may allow nurses to administer tube feedings and different things. I guess it just depends on which agency you're working for. But for the one that I have worked with, it was kind of limited in that area. Okay. So those are the key differences between a home health agency and a home care agency. All right. So home care, you'll pretty much be working with elderly clients. The geriatrics, home health, expect to work with the peds department, with the pediatric clients, okay? So I do want to say, for the home care agency, there is another opportunity for LPNs to kind of like play in, and that is to do the supervisory visits. And with the supervisory visits, what you'll do is you'll get a list of the clients that from their agency that will let you know the clients that they have. They will give you a full list of them, and also you will get a date by the clients on which they need to be seen. So you'll just be going to the clients' homes to get like a assessment. They will give you an assessment form, and you will just basically get their vital signs, any updated changes to their medications, any falls, hospital visits, just pretty much getting like a updated report on that client. Now, it depends on the client's conditions, because some clients require monthly visits, others requires 60-day visits, so every other month. So yeah, you'll just go in, just get an assessment on them, making sure, you know, their environment is safe, asking questions about any decline in their health. Have they noticing themselves having more pain? Are they able to complete daily tasks at the same rate that they've been doing? Just assessing, making sure that they haven't been a decline, any falls or anything like that. Now, if that client also gets medications, if he's on like a steady medication routine, you do have that option to set up their medications for them. And that's it, really. Just go in, making sure that, you know, everything is great with them. There hasn't been a decline, and, you know, just making sure that client is receiving the best care they needed. And if anything changes, anything has changed, you know, report it, you know, per protocol. Okay, so let's jump into the pay. Now, home health is starting LPNs off with $36 an hour. When I first got into the home health space about 2-3 years ago, it was like 22, I want to say between 22 to 26 hourly, depending on your experience. Me not having any experience with home health, they started me off with like $22, I think. So they recently had like a change in pay about a year ago. So now LPNs are being started off with $36. RNs are being started out with $46. I'm not sure if that applies to every home health agency, but I know the one that I work with, Aviana Healthcare, which is based out of Macon, Georgia, they start their LPNs off with $36 an hour, okay? Okay, so with the supervisory visits, it depends. If you decide to be a nurse to work inside the home, it would be a little bit lower. I want to say maybe 26. I'm not completely sure, but I know if you decide to work inside the home, it would be lower than what a home health agency would pay. Now, if you want to do the supervisory visits instead, then the pay would be per client. So home care agencies usually start their nurses out with about $50 per client. So that means, let's say if you see 2 clients that day, that's $50 per client. I want to give a range of that as well, because I have worked with an agency that was based out of Atlanta, Triumph Private Home Care. He started the LPNs off with about $60. So it really depends on the agencies you're working with. If you're working with like a agency that just started out, the pay would be a little bit different versus working with an agency who is pretty much established. Okay, so also with the supervisory visits, if you are traveling, that will be a mileage. They will pay you mileage. They will pay you mileage for travel, so they'll be about $50 as well. So it really just depends on the agency you choose to work for. Like I say, if you work for a home care agency who has a good clientele and they are pretty much steady on their clients, that'll be a great opportunity to begin doing supervisory visits. And you pretty much will make the same thing as you would as clocking in. Me personally, I work full-time with home health. So I do home health with Aviana Healthcare. And on the side, I will do the supervisory visits with another agency, SNS Private Home Care, based out of Albany. And that's just something that I just choose to do because, and I'm going to do a video about that as well. Because although home health is great with flexibility and the pay, there are some cons as well. So I just choose to have multiple streams of income. So yeah. So if you're an LPN, if you're looking to start your own business, it's a variety of businesses LPNs can start. I have a CPR business. I started my CPR business last year. I started accepting clients last year in February, and we're going strong. Restored Heart CPR. So if you're LPN and you think a CPR business is something you'll be interested in, check out my last video. You can check out that video. I provide the tips on starting your CPR business and the resources that you would need. Okay. So as an LPN, you can start a CPR business. You can also start a CNA instructor business, like a CNA school. And that is something that I'm also certified in as well. I am a CNA instructor. I haven't quite focused on it yet, but I did take the class and I am certified. You can, I also will provide that information too. It's a site, the state of Georgia site, I want to say, they allow you to take that class for free and provide you with everything you would need to start your CNA school, okay? So you can start a CPR business, you can start a CNA business. Let's see, it's a couple things that you can do. Let me see, I have some things written down right here. Oh, I even heard that by research, as an LPN, you can start like a telehealth nursing business. I don't have much information on that. But if you want to go big, you can start your own home care agency as an LPN. If you want to be an administrator of a personal care home, you can do that as well. It just depends on you and your passions. So figure out what you're passionate about, use the skills that you already possess, and make a profit. Those are just a few job opportunities that you should look into if you are a single mom, a nurse who is looking for flexibility and also need that pay. Definitely check it out. If you have any questions, please comment because I kind of made this video a little short. But if you wanted to know more about these job opportunities, feel free to comment and I will provide you with what you need. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.